I've been wanting to make a tier list ranking every single loading screen in Pokemon Go for a long time, but when I finally wrangled a couple of my longtime Pogo friends to do it with me, things did not go as smoothly as I expected.
What is going on?
That Eevee's literally... But there's Beautifly in it. Alright, anyway.
B for beautiful.
Alright.
Mid as hell.
But listen, hear me out, alright? Bug.
Okay, bug.
So you're gonna do
this
this every single time?
Does nostalgia really count?
Is there a Rowlet
this
loading
Yeah,
screen?
but it is.
Because the original loading screen kind of sucks.
But
Like,
it's iconic. Like, it's
I
the
know,
only loading screen that really warns you. Like, be aware of your surroundings.
And also, I gotta give it credit because it really does, like, actually just so simply encompasses what Pogo is. Like, yeah, you're looking at your phone walking,
Correct.
and you need to watch out for your surroundings. So it's simple, but I think it's the only load screen that acknowledges, like, you as a player playing the game, whereas the other games are like, here you are playing with, like, Pokemon and
I
whatever.
agree with that.
So
Yeah.
I feel like seeing that image tells me Pokemon Go more than like other loading screens.
Yeah.
Like that lets me know that's Pokemon. That's like.
But is it S tier? Is it an S tier loading screen?
Is it S tier in terms of like how well designed it is? No, it's probably one of the most. It doesn't have a huge different color palettes. It isn't. It's not the most wonderful art.
But we have to condense it down.
I was gonna say, I think the easiest way to actually do this is to come up with like how we're rating these. I think actual nostalgia, because another big factor that plays into it is like hypothetically nostalgia, but also like some of these load screens have events that were insane to play events, and I'm going to lean because of how good those events were. So it's like we could lean on nostalgia / like whatever you want to call it, because like the load screens tell you essentially what was going on that season. Actual quality of the load screen, and then like other factors we decide to pull. But I think those two are pretty good, like basis. Like, does it make me happy? And does it look good?
Yeah.
Okay. So would it make sense to make this a B tier?
I would say A or B.
Because very strong nostalgia, because that nothing hits like the first time. But also objectively,
I'm leaning more B.
Yeah.
But if you guys disagree, I would say I could move it.
No, because I mean we have to see where we land, because if we end up putting everything,
we can go back
like,
and then make
A
adjustments.
through C. Yeah, I was gonna say we can go back. So we'll place them where we originally think and then change them, because like I don't even know if there's one that I'm gonna be like, that's an F tier one.
So immediately after that,
mid as hell.
Yeah,
this is like compositionally, this one just is not
like for the time. I thought
it doesn't even make sense.
It's like darkness is coming, maybe kind of a thing. But at that point, like that was our first big event.
Yeah, but where is the darkness coming from? Like, what is that Gengar
like
even
just
in?
Gengar, you know?
And we've also lost like I think the first loading screen could almost look like a sign or like some kind of graphic. This starts to like blend like depth with
that's got to be at least a D tier. Probably
I'm willing to put
F.
this in F. I'm willing to just.
I'm fine with F. I'm not gonna fight that one.
It's just. I don't even do it. You guys can see it. Like nothing's centered.
No, literally everything about it is bad. Everything about it is bad.
For going from the last one to this one was that was a drop.
Everything was bad.
And then this is interesting, okay? Because we have. Don't look at the one under this yet. Don't look at that.
Okay.
So we're just rating this one.
This one's cute. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I got on Pokemon Go and saw that, I would be like,
I don't like how they make Pikachu hold the lights, though.
See, but I remember this loading screen. But I also remember wanting the Pokestops to look like that, and they didn't. So it's like I'm gonna dock it. See, there we go.
This was
kind of Pikachu has enough emotion too. Like typically,
he is kind of he's kind of like blankly staring. Like these are the 3D models. Like they just used the models.
Like if Pikachu's mouth was open, I'd probably like this a lot more. But his blank stare into the void
excited
while awkwardly holding the lights. And like, why is he mid fall? Like, why is his hat angled like that? Like, he's supposed to be mid jump, I think, but it looks like he's just falling because his hat is going.
Yeah.
In the
this is a massive improvement over
And
also,
like,
how did Clefairy get on
big?
that ladder? Someone explain that to me. She has no knees.
Well, my bigger question is, how are we expected to spin Pokestops if they're that big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
that person looks minuscule compared to that.
No,
Pokestop.
keep an eye on that person, because
that's not a scale.
when we go to the next one, there's some pretty major edits that were made to this one.
I would give this one it's not a total F, but definitely a D from me.
D.
Yeah.
I'll
really?
go D.
D tier. Okay. I think visually, I like the composition of this one. I like the foreshadowing of themed Pokestops.
Years in advance.
That wasn't foreshadowing. That was them not knowing any better.
Yeah, but it's like
this was 2016.
In hindsight, and this also looks a little bit more modernized. Pretty big leap between this one and what we just saw in F tier, but
it's still not good though. F tier is just atrocious though. That Gengar is bad.
That's a D tier.
Yeah. All right, so
because it's not like mid. Like, it's not even mid. It's just like it's better than the Gengar one.
So
that's
don't. Oh wait, I gotta switch my view. All right, don't blink. We're switching.
Whoa.
Upgrade. Now what do we think about this?
Oh, now
A tier. She's into it.
All right.
What happened with the avatar in that corner? Like, look at that transformation. This is like the character creator update in reverse.
So, like, hypothetically, if you look at her, like, from this angle, it kind of looks like she's bent over, like, turned with her phone. Like, do you see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it looks like she's facing us with, like, her booty on the ladder for some reason. Like, Snorlax is really invested in those cheeks.
Real! Honestly.
I think okay,
so
is
what Squirtle there, too?
Squirtle's, like, staring directly
whatever
at it.
he's seeing, he is thrilled by it. I'm just saying.
This is a fascinating edit, though, because, like,
happened?
So much changed. And I
wonder what
saturation goes crazy. Yeah, what's with the saturation? Hello.
Why did they change it? Does it say?
There was another loading screen. They don't say how long. Okay, yeah, no. So the original one was only out for 5 days.
The original's better.
And then they updated it. Which is,
I feel like the other one's like...
Yeah, like I was going to say, I'd be willing to move this one, the first one, up to C tier to put this one in D tier. Because this one's just like...
What's she doing?
What's she doing?
Like, it's dark.
The lights are so dumb.
I don't know what's going on with, like, the
why the lights on
even...
a quarter of it? Or 3/4 of it, and then there's just one corner of it they didn't put lights on.
And why is Pikachu running away with the lights also? Like, what was...
I don't get it.
What was the gain there?
Yeah, why is he being
like,
like
that? Putting the lights on the thing, and he's like, I gotta go be the main character. Yeah, I'd move the original one up to...
We're going up.
Yeah, we're moving it up.
All right. Interesting.
What even was cooking?
I don't know. All right, so New Year's Eve 2016.
Oh, I remember this one.
Dude, the thing I love about this one is actually the next year's loading screen. Because you see this one in the background of next year's.
Wait, do you?
Yeah.
This one's really good. I'm biased. Don't
next
cheat.
year.
We'll get there. We'll get
there.
Next year. I see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm
in love with this one. I gotta be honest.
This one's really good. And I remember because this is when Baby Pokemon first came out too, so it was like really celebrating like Gen 2's release. This one's A tier because I feel like I know what I want in S tier. So
really?
Like,
see, I don't even think I have one in mind for like.
I feel like I know which one I'm gonna
S-tier.
want to put in S tier. To be honest,
Yeah.
I have two. I think that could land in S tier for me. Like I can see them on the top, and I know that's cheating, but like they're really good.
No bugs yet, so
the babies definitely get A tier though.
I don't even remember if like does Caterpie ever show up in any of these?
Probably
I don't
not.
think he
I
does.
gotta be honest, I was worried we were gonna like lean entirely to one side, but the fact that we haven't even like duplicated a plate, this is so mid.
This is boring.
This is so boring.
I remember they did a whole thing on how they designed this one,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, because this one's boring.
This feels like it is missing compared like because I think every background since this one has at least like more than one Pokemon in it.
like
I
this
feel like
wants
one
to be
Pokemon
the original load screen, but is just
Yeah.
failing to do
Oh,
so.
maybe that's what the thought was.
That's kind of
Maybe that's what they were going for, but
I'm gonna give that one
I think the shading, like, Steelix looks cool, but
I'm okay with C on that one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd
like,
even
that's definitely
D. There's literally nothing cooking for it.
I do like the styling of it. This is actually probably the first. Well, no, I guess they started kind of doing watercolor style stuff with the New Year's one. Oh, you can't see.
I can't wait to put that Charizard one in the F tier just to make everybody mad.
Okay. That one's weirdly simple.
I remember this one.
This one's always frustrated me because why is Pikachu at a T-Tar raid?
Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah.
But second of all, this is such an iconic image. Like, this is like, when you talk about raids, this is the raid image.
So, like, this one gets big happy points, but actual design points, like, it's okay, but also, why is there fire, like, shooting out toward the trainer?
Never even noticed that.
Like, is the trainer attacking himself?
Tyranitar's mad at him, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are these using Sneasel? What are they using?
Like, literally, the only useful thing is, like, Squirtle. Like, Hoppip's weak because it's... Wow.
Still no bugs.
Because if you went at the time, like, this would have all been Blissies.
Yeah, for sure. Like... Blissies and Agrons.
Yeah, so I don't even know.
We need to update these to, like, historically accurate for the era.
I'm tempted to put that one in C as well, just because the happy points are quite high, and, like, it's not necessarily...
I would say B.
B?
I would say B because it's as iconic. I would say it's that iconic raid photo. Like, when they dropped raids. Like,
yeah, you know what? Put it in B. I think
B's fine. It looks... It's an interesting composition, and I see this image get used a lot in, like, news articles about Pokemon Go. They love using that picture.
They love that
picture.
For some reason.
Well, Pokemon Go used that one forever. It felt like too.
This is a good.
This is a good one. I remember this event. Literal, like.
This was exciting event, too. Yeah, the game was
this
like.
This was such an exciting point of time. Like, I remember grinding this event and opening this load screen, and also like the design itself is just so good.
Yep.
Like, they nailed it.
I had this as my home screen on my phone for a while. Like, I loved this.
I'd be willing to give this one an S. To be honest.
Yeah, you see why I'm willing to give this an S.
Gatter made it.
S tier. Instantly, so fast.
The only non-ghost.
I like how Gabe peaked his mic for that.
S tier. Get that in.
Good job, Gabe.
Wow, I didn't even see Caterpie in that picture when this was out.
That's actually so
No, funny. I didn't.
I have no memory of him being there. That's so fun.
That was probably, honestly, the best Pokemon Go event. No, like, literally. Just in my nostalgic memory.
The original, the first time Halloween dropped in the game was such a big deal, too. Like, that was, like, one of the biggest events.
I remember this one, too, though. Like, the Christmas
This one was really good. Because this was Shiny Snorunt released when this was out.
I don't really like how Minun and Plusle look, though.
Yeah, but this
like
was
their face detail.
Was this Gen 3's launch
again with the closed mouths while they're like super excited? Like if you're jumping, your mouth has to be like open.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have even thought of that, but you're right. it's
and
weird.
Like the other Pokemon are kind of killing it. Like to be honest, everything else in the background is fine.
I didn't even notice the star piece as the star. Okay, very clever.
This one's cute. It's
you got Beautifly.
Why do they put them in the center and give them like no emotion?
This one has a bug. So I'm not saying
bugs,
I don't think this one's as good as the Halloween one, but for me this is an A tier.
I would say for a Christmas one, this is good. This is A tier. I wouldn't disagree with.
Yeah, I would put it in B. Get it in B. Those Plusle and Minun are hideous,
but
and they're front and center.
All right, Christmas haters.
Because it's good. Because it's still good. Like it's not bad. It's just not like.
Yeah.
Like
it's good. It's literally good. And A, all right, so S is spectacular. A is very good. B is good.
There's issues, but like it's not terrible.
C is mid, D is bad, F is the worst thing I've ever seen. And that's what I'm going based off of. So like that screen is a B. Yeah.
But there's Beautifly in it. All right,
I don't
anyway.
care
for
Beautifly.
All right.
Corner, bro.
All right,
2018.
If you look at the in between the 2000, or where is it? On the 2? I think you can see it. It's somewhere. The babies are on the 2. I think.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Oh, that's cool.
No, wait, I'm a hater. This screen's bad. Where's for its body?
Wurmple with a hat on?
Where's for its body? Go up.
When have you seen costume Pokemon? What?
Where is for its body?
Ew, what?
Oh, it's off the side.
No, bro, it doesn't have a torso.
Yeah, that was a lazy Photoshop.
Yeah.
Bit.
Everything else
but
is
Slapshot is like in Wurmple. But Wurmple has a hat on, you know, I can't.
Pikachu's mouth is open. Pikachu's mouth
and we didn't even get that wasn't when Wurmple with a hat came out. This is what made us like root for Wurmple with a hat.
No, this is a good screen. I'm gonna definitely say minus points for it being torso-less. But like the screen itself for a new, I don't know, it just like washes out the Pokemon in the back too. Like Loudred and Milotic. Milotic is really drowned out.
Yeah. This is a messy composition a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say it's A tier, but it's the first one with Wurmple.
Also, like the size of like Larvitar and Trico with like how they're angled there next to the trainer. Like I don't like.
Yeah, there's a little bit of jank. Why does CDOT or whatever get like this feature here? What's happening down here?
What?
Love CDOT.
Hold on. Let me change the what's this silhouette? Why?
That's Pikachu's shadow, you dingus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is.
Oh my god.
But see, that doesn't make sense either because if we're going off of all right, it's B. I can't talk about it anymore.
Yeah, B works.
But I mean, is this really good. On par with the other things in this category?
Yeah. Honestly, if anything, I kind of want to move the original Pogo one up to A. Like, I don't know. I think
that would be fair.
Yeah.
At this point, I think moving that one
is the nostalgia value strong enough to upgrade it one more tier? All right.
It carries it. Because I would put that above the red one.
Because you can't compare like that to the 3D models too and be like, oh, well, there's more shadowed and whatever else. It's an entirely different style.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay.
All right. What do we got next?
This I don't remember being this far back. I thought this was much more recent.
Pokemon Master Holly made a cringy edit putting herself in between Willow's arms. And I just want to rate it bad because of that. Like, just that memory is bad enough for me to say. But
listen, hear me out. All right. Bug.
Okay, Bug.
So you're going to do this every single time?
Wait, isn't this the one with Mew in it? Or is Mew not
Mew's
in
up
this
on the top.
one?
Okay, so on one hand, Willow looks jank. I don't know what is going on with his legs.
This is not his best look.
The face is bad. The legs, what is that? That's like the new avatars we just got.
A little soggy.
It's a nice shot, though.
It's just a little bland. Like,
there's not as much Pokemon, too much human. You know?
And if they're going to put the human front and center, they need to make sure he looks good.
Like, good.
Like, look at how his glasses are sitting on his head. That looks awkward. Go up.
Oh, yeah, they're sitting way up there.
Like what is... They're literally levitating.
Like, his hair is not that dense. That doesn't...
I would say D tier.
D is... Because it's not as bad as that Gengar one. It has something going on. It was like the mewing introduction, so...
Okay. Dude,
if it didn't have Mew, I'd put that in like F.
You know,
like,
it's just occurring to me the same thing that the impulse that's letting, or giving us the impulse to put this up high, the original. There's people that feel that powerful nostalgia for this.
Well, they're wrong.
I'm sure.
And they're wrong.
They're gonna be mad about that.
I don't
anyway,
care.
But like that, we played day one, so you're not a day one player.
Oh, I remember this one.
Man, we were getting a Alolan Pokemon in 2018. That's crazy.
This one stayed around a little too long to be peaked, but this one's really nicely done.
Yeah, this is
really
another
done.
This feels like a new art style, in a way. Like this
I
is
messed
when
with this one a lot.
This is the style that they really started to like use moving forward, which is like much more painterly looking. Less like just copying and pasting models from the game.
I think this one's really good, to be honest. Like,
this one's like an A, in my opinion. Like,
it doesn't.
I remember this one staying forever. Like, I remember this being in the game forever. But like, it is definitely a very nice.
How do we feel about the decision to make all the avatars these like gray mannequins?
You fill yourself in.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like that's what they're
Yeah,
going for.
that's definitely
I'm kind of glad they never decided on like, yeah, we're gonna use like a specific avatar, or like, oh, we're gonna change it every time, because now it's like, yeah, that's the avatar that is always in the lock screen. I'd put it in A.
All right. It's a nice composition.
That's just
like this is how you, if you're gonna do something not perfectly centered, and you're gonna do interesting, like, you know, it's a good image.
It's got balance.
Yeah, it's a balanced off-center composition. Looks good. Trainer battles.
Mid.
This I really don't like.
This cooking?
You see a lot. You see this image a lot, but it is
stretched.
Not
like this looks like
I was gonna say
it looks so
like
weird.
this looks like it
like
was
why is she standing like that? First of all,
no, literally, ow, like. Also, why are the Pokemon like angled? Like, if they're gonna be like, oh, it's a trainer fight between these two angles, like, why is Lucario off to the right? Like, I know they're moving while they battle, but like,
yeah,
they could have put the crack.
And who did the earthquake?
Huh?
And who did that earthquake in the ground?
That's his electricity going into the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't. This is a weird image. This is more weird than I remember.
This is bad.
Also, why?
This is kind of
why Electivire? Like, does anyone like Electivire?
Why Lucario and Electivire? Gen 4.
I'd be willing to give that one an F, but I'm also a little bit of a hater, I think. So
I really don't.
I really
I have no positive like memories.
Yeah,
of
not
that
one
at all. That's an F.
I feel like not giving it an F would just be because we didn't say anything good about it.
It was very immediately like bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Yeah. All right.
That's terrible. That's a really bad one. Electivire again. What is it?
Bro, they love Electivire.
What is happening?
They dragged that model over.
Electivire and Lucario.
Lucario. They dragged.
Okay, so I guess that's supposed to be a fault.
What are they doing?
Who is that? Swinub.
Yeah.
Spoink. All right.
Is Lucario pointing at the sky? Look at the fireworks.
Look at the. He said.
I think he might be.
Have you guys seen this?
Well, Electivire is pointing too with his little tentacle.
Mid.
Man, his
what are those
tentacle
things?
Looks a little.
That come out
They're
of
supposed to be like plugs. I'm pretty sure, like the little.
This just feels weaker overall. The 2018, as even though we didn't rank it like super highly.
No, 2018 got a B.
That one's boring, but it's not bad. I would say like C.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it.
It's boring, but it's not bad.
I'm gonna give it a C. Just because, like, the 2019, like, are these some kind of magical fireworks that can write numbers? I don't. What's happening up there?
They're drones. All right, they put drones in the fireworks.
But they're not, because they're like they have sparks.
But they're drones in the fireworks.
Okay.
Their cousin has a firework collection. That's what
right, that makes sense. Spring 2019.
This one's cute.
This one I love.
This is a cute one.
It also is one of the very few that feature like regional Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I know everybody was like flipping out at the time because they're like, oh, are they going to make it not a regional?
The trainer looks good too. I mess with this one a lot.
Yeah.
Is that Turtwig sitting in the back there?
Yeah, a really tiny Turtwig.
Oh my gosh. What a good
This
one.
is also...
No.
Is this the first time they've shown off like a new feature in the loading screen?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's pretty clever, like staging to be like, "Yep, photobombs, yo."
This is a good one. This is a really good one, IMO.
I like this one. I would give this one A.
I'd give it A.
Okay.
I think it's
I could agree with an A.
Yeah, A works.
I was like looking at the stuff we have in B, like that doesn't deserve to be next to the 2018 picture.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, that one's a really nice one. Like that's home screen worthy.
Okay.
But not as home screen worthy.
Summer 20. This one
we're getting. Ooh.
This feels kind of washed out.
This one I like. I like this one.
Like
There's a lot going on.
I don't know if this is just a bad quality version of this, but was this like bright and washed out always?
I think so. I think
it was.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of torn.
I think Mesprit and Azelf doing this like circling with the motion blur looks a little corny to me.
Yeah.
A little derp.
But the
also, I know the whole point was like Gibble, but like there would never be a Gibble happy to be near water like that. Like he's thrilled to be out there. Like that makes no sense, and it's sad because he's right next to Psyduck, who looks adorable.
Mm-hmm. I think
and also, why is Finion like essentially just like out of the water at that point? Like, girl is on rocks. Like, girl is not even in water anymore. She's just resting
Finion down
on
there.
rocks.
Yeah. No, they're dead.
Yeah, this just feels like they had a bunch of different ideas and tried to do too much in one. Like, tried to cram too much into one image.
Yeah.
It really bothers me how washed out this looks. I wonder if...
I would say D, C. D, I'm more
hold
C,
on, open it back up and let's see what we have in each. Because this one's, like, bad, but I don't think it's, like, Willow and Glitchy Pikachu bad.
Yeah,
so
I think C is probably fair.
C, yeah.
Yikes. That S tier is untouched.
No S tiers?
Nothing beats that. You will love that.
Well,
mid
Charizard S tier.
No, look at this.
Okay, this is
nice.
a weird image because, okay, I guess this is kind of like painterly, but from a distance, this just looks like it took a photo and put a filter on it for the city. like this does not feel painterly.
I don't. Hold on.
I'm not gonna
scissor though.
I'm not gonna say it's AI.
Shadow Scissor though.
Oh my god, they do have Scissor in there.
So like on one hand,
Damn.
it's not the worst, but also I don't like how the trainer looks. I think the trainer looks mid in the center like that. Like, why does he have short shorts on one leg, and like just everything about the angle is just reading badly.
I think that's just foreshortening some weird.
Yeah. I don't hate it.
No, I'm like B.
I honestly
C if Bandy hates it. If Bandy disagrees with B, C is okay. But I would say
Charizard just doesn't look incorporated. Like Charizard's lighting pops out too much. And this
if we remove Charizard, I mess with this being a B tier. Like, and that's not my actual dislike for Charizard. That's just like he seems so out of place.
Mm-hmm.
And also, again, he's supposed to be 5 feet tall. Like, look at him above Sierra. He looks giant.
I like all of them looking evil. Like, I like how they look. Like, the shadow effect. Like, this is the best shadow Pokemon
I do think, if you took out Charizard and you squeezed everybody together so you could see these team leaders, like, this is cool.
Arlo looks good.
Yeah, like, they all look good. And I think if they were bigger and just closer together and Giovanni was
we could give it a B. I don't know. Charizard's taking so much away from it.
No, yeah, I think I'm gonna go a little bit lower with this one.
C?
B. I'm B. But
I don't know. I'm looking at what it's next to.
We're disagreeing.
I'm putting it next to stuff to be like, how does this?
No, I think it fits in B. I gotta be honest. I think it does. Like the other ones are either like they make no in C tier. It's like they make little sense, I guess.
Yeah.
And also just like look bad or have nothing going on. And it's like, Charizard's taking away from it, but everything else about the image is like really
at least
good.
with this, the idea was clear. The execution was not like.
Yeah. I'll give it to him.
All right. Winter 2019.
Oh man, I remember this one.
Piplup bias.
I know. So I gotta be honest, the Pokemon all look great. I have no quarrels about the emotions on the Pokemon, which is typically OG.
S tier! S tier! I
was about to. I was like, I don't know if Sudowoodo was in any of these, but
I couldn't remember which one. I knew he was in one of them. I thought it was the Photobomb, but
I'd be willing to give this one like an A, to be honest. Like the Pokemon look great. It's a good winter one. Like everything about it is really good.
Yeah. It's like their best winter one.
Like I don't think they have much to rival this one.
And having the costume Pikachu and stuff, I remember this one.
So we're saying A tier?
OG would have gone S if he could have. But
S tier in my head, but A tier.
I mean, that's how I feel about the. Oh wait, no, mine did get S tier. Never mind.
Okay, wait, no, S tier. Piplup and Sudowoodo made it. S tier just for being
though.
Yeah.
I remember this one though.
Ooh.
I don't think it sparks joy per se, but I remember
this was right before COVID.
Yep.
Right before. Wow, I wonder what's on the horizon.
New horizons.
Through COVID.
So Pikachu looks jank as hell. What is going on with his ears and everything about her?
Who is the corner?
Mighty Anna?
Sewaddle.
Quilava.
Sewaddle.
T-Tar again.
Yeah,
I don't care about
it's weird
this
seeing
one.
Pokemon from the back. And then this is kind of random just to have what's
Why
his name?
is that a cliff?
Golipede.
Yeah.
I don't care about this one at all.
This is weird. This isn't fun. This sparks no joy, and I also remember the time.
No joy and no wonder, and the colors are not very exciting.
And I went to a raid, and somebody was like, "There's a virus that's going around," but it probably.
It's like they knew that 2020 was going to be an awful year.
This was the trainer looking at COVID on the horizon.
He's looking at the double distance. He's seeing the Pokestop further away than he normally
That's
does.
fun. Yeah, just throw a Pokestop in there.
Oh my god.
All right.
Honestly, super mid. Like, not F mid, but like B.
Oh, that was the New Year's?
Yeah, that was New Year 2020.
I remember that too.
Oh, that's even worse. That's like awful. Like, they're looking into the
I'm going to go D tier.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as bad as that Gengar or the other one.
Because what do we do? Yeah. D tier works.
Like, it's
We're
not
about to start getting to where I'm going to get biased really quick, to be honest.
Yeah, the more recent we get, the more
like once we get to like where, like February when we were in Naples and like, you know, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
We have like actual like memory attachments.
Spring. I see the spring one. We're getting to it. This is a good one, I gotta be honest.
This is boring. No, I lied. There's a lot of bugs in there.
I think it's a weird shot. Like I think they should have.
I've always not. The light coming through kind of looks weird. I've always thought.
I don't like the angle of the trainer with the frog, but like the general idea of it, I do like.
They should have just done like a slightly more extreme angle. Like just go a little bit higher. Have like more like the fact that we don't see the tops of these trees or they're not like creating. It's not as dynamic of a shot.
I like it though because forest bias. So like
it does. It's a nice biome, and we do got some bugs. Very.
That's too big of a Pokemon for a tree, though. You can't
why
throw
is he in a tree?
Also, like the tree just doesn't nothing. All right, this one kind of makes no sense. My bias aside, this one's kind of like booty butthole bad. Like the angles are bad. The lighting is bad.
Like Seismitoad isn't even like known to be in trees.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards an F with that one for that alone. Like,
I'm down with F. Just
really?
The angle of the trainer and Seismitoad in the tree.
Punishable by Seismitoad.
Literally go back and look at it, Gabe.
I know. I did. I see it.
Like the trainer's down there and Seismitoad's like looking sideways at him. Like what is happening there?
Okay, so this on a technical level is failing, which has been the trend for our F tiers, which is like what is going on, and this image does not feel good.
Yeah, so you want to put it in D? Because I don't think that Seismitoad deserves to be next to like that New Year's one. And I'm not willing to move the New Year's one up.
Yeah.
So F.
Yeah. F tier.
Right.
No, F tier.
Jeez, okay.
Sure.
It's such a good concept. Like
it's a great concept, but they flopped it.
It's awful.
Yeah, I'm not going to give them credit for an idea when they did really bad with their...
Just because there's bugs doesn't mean it's top tier.
All right, y'all. We're getting to it.
This one,
phenomenal.
This one teased Mega Evolution for the first time because there's a Charizard behind the house, unless that was in a future like edit one. But they have the Charizard's tail behind the house.
This one I also remember because this was like one of the first load screens like later in the Pogo where I remember screenshotting it and zooming in. And I always did that, but this one I have the memory of like...
Yeah, you can see his tail there.
And
that's Mega Charizard.
Like, I understand the concept of this because it was like, hey, we know you're at home. Like, we know this is how you're playing Pokemon
Chansey on the fence makes
no
sense, though.
It captures the fact that this is what Pokemon Go is. Like, we're playing Pokemon Go in a city. Like, we're not doing it in these forests and these big mountains. Like, this is where people play Pokemon Go. Like, I've always
there's the Team Rocket balloons in the background. Yeah.
Like, I even took a picture of this one, like, got my phone up and took a picture of this in New York when they had them all on the banners.
I
like,
really like this one, yeah.
I
kind
of would give this one an S. I don't think there's a single thing I can really say besides Chansey on the fence, but like
no, there's a hedge behind the fence.
Yeah, but she's not going to stand on a hedge. She's a Chansey.
But for the group shot, yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. All right, no, I think
I've always
that's a
thought of
worthy
Chansey
S tier.
being like really light. Like Chansey just looks hollow. Like it does not look like a Pokemon with stuff inside of it.
I don't know about that one, champ.
Okay, yep, S tier. Fall 2020. This I have thoughts on because
this looks squeezed.
Why is it stretched?
The orange is nice, but the squish and the angle.
And this is where I'm like, is it just this image? Like, if I looked up,
where's the trainer?
Hold on. Yeah, no, it looks like it's.
No.
Oh wait, this one.
Oh, maybe we're judging unfairly. It's a nice image, but like I don't really care about it. Okay, yeah, without the squish, it's a lot better.
Okay. Ooh.
Yes, so it is slightly
I don't know
squished.
who we judged for being squished, but we were probably wrong, and I'm not willing to go over it.
The Electivire one with the earthquake.
Oh, he still looks bad, though.
Right. That looks bad. That's okay.
I mean, this is a nice one. Ish.
It's nice, but it's not as good as the original Halloween, like the main Halloween.
Yeah,
one.
like let ghosts be scary. Why is this like a feel good Halloween one?
I don't know if
too like for Mega Gengar. It's like a nice. Rustic. This is more of a fall one.
Yeah,
more fall than Halloween.
Yeah. All right.
To be fair, that's kind of fair though, because not everywhere celebrates Halloween.
Yeah, that is
so.
True.
Like on one hand, I like Halloween, but
I'm down with like B. Like it's not horrible. Like I do enjoy that one, and I'm biased because it's a lot of orange, but. A B.
I'm not giving that an A.
I'm leaning more
not in a million years is not getting an A.
I'm leaning
for me. B tier is a stretch.
Well, hold on. What do we have in A?
Hold on.
What do we have in A?
I don't have.
Bro, back up. It's not that exciting.
I'm trying to look, bro. I'm not very. My eyes don't.
He's hiding from. I don't have my glasses on. To be fair,
so. I have to actually grab this image. Because it's not showing, or it's not in the list. All right, there we go. So wait, where are we rating this one again? I don't think we
S. I think is what we were saying.
No,
I don't.
B.
Yeah, I don't. It's like it's not objectively bad, but it's just not as exciting as some of the other stuff. Yeah, I think B is probably fair. All right, moving on to winter 2022. I barely remember this one.
I'm not caring about this one too much.
Was this just not in the game for very long? I don't remember this.
There must have been.
Well, what was I doing? Wait, hold on. 2020. What was I doing?
Not seeing snow.
It was out for a month.
That's true. Oh, it's
I
just
do
a
remember
month.
not getting that much Obama snow and energy, so I must have just not been playing.
Because was this the level 50 update?
No,
or was that
no, maybe
in 2020?
No, it might have been actually.
I don't remember.
No, actually, maybe it was. Because level 40.
Because I mean, I was
still in 2019.
Yeah.
So,
and then I mean, level 50 was during COVID, but I don't remember how far into it we were. If it was,
I think this is just there's too much on screen, and the background, like the
main
centerpiece, is kind of
like
uninteresting.
Are hard.
Yeah.
So.
No Sudowoodo in the background.
Bugs.
I mean, I'm gonna say they're dropping it.
No
they
birds.
Dropped the ball out of air.
Yeah, we really don't have much here, but it's like
it's not D tier. It's probably C tier.
Let's give it C.
C.
Yeah, I think
it's definitely C.
This and the water thing with the lake trio are kind of have a similar vibe to me.
Yeah, where it's like there's stuff going on, but all of it is boring.
Okay, New Year 2021, guys. COVID's almost over.
Yeah.
I remember getting the blog for this. So they're like, yeah, this is about like new beginnings and turning off double distance.
This is a boring freaking load screen. I hate.
I mean, it calls back to like the first episode of the anime, but at the same time,
I don't care. No, because everybody always says that the second that Ho-Oh flies across the screen, it's a callback to the first episode of the anime. This is not even remotely the area or anything resembling what happened in the anime. This is just a Ho-Oh on screen, and that is not a good callback to the anime.
For sure. But I'm saying, what is in the corner? What Pokemon? Up on top of the cliff, is that like
Fletchling?
Okay, so you have what, 4 Pokemon? 4 different Pokemon?
Which I'll give them credit for not cluttering like a ton of Pokemon in here, but it's just...
It's like boring Pokemon. Like, Greninja was probably new at the time,
it's a Ho-Oh feature.
I think you needed a bigger centerpiece here. Like, this feels like a frame.
They could have made this a gorgeous shot with the rainbow and Ho-Oh. You can do so much with Ho-Oh.
Yeah, the rock...
Yeah.
Like, the trainer should be like much further down. The rock vignetting should be much less, and the center thing should
I will say
more.
Maybe the Pokemon are socially distanced, except the Lilios. But
dude, Pikachu is giving that trainer COVID actively.
It could literally be they had to. I get honestly similar vibes to this other one in D tier, which is almost the same shot, just not.
There's even less going on in that one. Like, the only redeeming factor is Ho-Oh.
You could tell everyone was depressed, including the illustrator.
COVID hit the Pokemon species really hard. They died.
The COVID, bah.
Shut up.
Bah.
All right. 2021. This is a weird background, but I like it.
Oh, this is the Xerneas one.
I like this one. I feel like there's things about this that I would criticize, but it has Baneri, so I'm gonna give it
because Xerneas came out during this, and some people got like 2 hundo Xerneas on like their first 2 encounters.
It's got the bunny and the bug. So.
From the Go Battle League, no less. They weren't even rated for.
Pretty major. Yeah, I like this one.
I think Servine is a weird feature here, but you know what?
Well, didn't we get that community day?
Probably around this time.
Do they really? I mean, yeah. I guess at that point, we're gonna tease that there's gonna be community days this year, guys.
I think Snivy was the last one that they actually like. I remember being like, "Oh, Snivy's new."
Yeah, I'm not sure where to put this one though, because it's like I like it. I don't think it's A tier, but
B?
Yeah, I think
like B is like ones we think are good, but they're not like.
I mean, this one could maybe I don't know. Maybe it could be A tier, but
I think it's literally in between A and B because like I could see it being next to the Snorlax one way more than I could see it being next to the Gengar one because that one's just way nicer. And like the Charizard one, because like I have issues with the Charizard one. This one I don't really have like actual gripes about.
Yeah, if we can't find anything to complain about, let's put it A. Yeah.
I'm okay.
Right, because the other ones in B I have at least like one gripe about.
That's a good point.
All right, S tier, y'all. I don't want to hear anything about it. This is the S tier of S tier screens.
Sure. Why is this such a tiny shot? What the heck?
This lock screen sparks joy. It's amazing. It's cute. I remember how excited I was for this Go Fest, and this by far, in my opinion, was still the best Go Fest.
Yeah.
But it was, they don't have, because they had an unedited one, right? They had one without Meloetta. And then afterwards they put it.
Oh, you're right.
So, like, I remember seeing Meloetta then on the screen. I was at...
This was the best. This was probably the most fun I've had at a global.
Yeah.
Like,
ever.
I mean.
Was that the first one?
Oh, maybe it was the first one.
No, it was because this one, I played this one by myself and enjoyed playing it by myself. I remember running around, like, a town near me and, like, doing Zigzagoon raids and doing other things.
Oh, yeah, because the hat
I literally got This is another one where I got the cops, like, I had to come down and tell our groups to be quiet because one of my locals at my old place where I used to play, I drove him back there and he was like, give me an unknown for the costume ponyta, which at the time, unknown were so rare that it was like, absolutely not. And I looked him in the face because this guy was greedy too. Like, he was one of those greedy dudes. And I was like, I'm going to do this raid and get a shiny ponyta. And I literally did it in front of him and I turned my phone toward him and screamed like so loud. I was like, ah! But we were right next to a police station. So they like came outside and thought there was like a disturbance.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
All right.
S tier. So
S tier. Okay.
S-tier, no.
So the nostalgia plays a big part.
No, because can you
too.
find something wrong with the design? I can't.
No, it's a really good design too. Like, I enjoy.
It feels like more similar to some of the older, like if we're looking at the list here, like the 2018 ones, even like, I guess because of the string lights, it's just making me think of
I love
like
string
C and D.
lights.
I mean, I do think part of it is highly like what was going on at the time.
But it's like
but I mean, like, that's the peak screen you would load into, like the peak.
What
time
is
of Pokemon Go.
the logic behind like the shipwreck?
I don't think it's a shipwreck. Go back to the actual image.
I think it's an overturned boat, isn't it? Or it's just a shed.
It looks like a stage.
It kind of just looks like they're out in a random field on like a chunk of wood.
Yeah.
It's like she's like made her
I'm willing to give it
up there
a high ranking because just again, like, it's such a good event.
This was one with little AI generated, yes, but I don't care.
Well, no, that didn't exist back then.
Also, look at Chat Tot. Look at Chat Tot up on the top of that light. You can't tell me that isn't worth the S tier alone.
Fair. Okay.
That was one of my picks for S tier, by the way. So the fact that it got an S tier, you know what? Did I overpower you guys? Maybe. Yeah, the next one is also another S tier from me.
Yeah, I like this one a lot too.
Everything about this one is immaculate.
This was such a goofy.
I've always thought this one was silly.
Oopsie. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit.
This might be my highest S tier, actually. Like,
really?
Unironically. Yeah. Like, for me personally, yeah, I think so.
I like this loading screen a lot. I thought this was a lot sooner than 2020
or
this 2021.
Recent.
This feels like it was like yesterday because I knew you guys then.
This was like the peak. No, you did.
What does that shadow remind you of? Like, what monster?
A monster.
Guzzlord?
I don't think it was saying anything, but it gives Guzzlord vibes for sure. And that's probably why I'm biased too. Guzzlord. Also, Hoopa in the window was a good.
I'll give him credit for bringing back the creepy for fall. You know, that's a unique way to do it. So, but S tier really for this? I don't know. I'm leaning more
honestly,
toward A.
that one deserves an S tier more than the Meloetta one.
That was another one I was thinking S tier for.
Why would you put it in A though? Like, what part? Because like the Snorlax one, I put in A because like overall the design is brilliant, but I'm not like nostalging for that. I think the Halloween one is both. I love the design and it has that nostalgia oomph to it.
I'm not gonna say it's because there's no bugs in it, but I'll just say that and then.
Can you like rate things on an actual scale? Because you having bug bias is making this so like. Oh.
Well, you have to lean on something when you can't decide why.
I low-key didn't care about Beartic.
Yeah. No, not a fan. Why is there a sunny cast form?
Yeah, what? Why is there a sunny cast form in the snow?
Out of everything, there's literally a snowy cast form in the game. Why did you put that there?
That's really
Whose decision was that?
This one's bad. Just for that reason alone. And also, like, why is Beartic of all Pokemon, like, front and center?
With all the presents? Yeah.
Like, they could have done Delibird, and, like, I would have probably eaten it up.
Was that when he got a costume?
No, it got the costume way earlier than that, because I got my first costume Cubchoo before I knew you guys. So, like,
this one's kind of... Especially compared to the other Christmas ones, this one's kind of boring.
Yeah, this one's like
sledding.
I honestly don't see a redeeming quality. I could say F. I would F this one.
OG would
but
F.
It's not bad looking.
I'm gonna say F is like maybe if something has actual like drawing issues. I think this one is it looks okay, but it's boring.
I would give it D for being boring. Yeah, I think it lands with like the other two that it's next to, where it's like, yeah, no, that's okay, but it's dry.
Yeah. All right, we're moving through this pretty quick, actually. Like, we're almost done.
I remember this
New Year 2022.
Oh, is this what, Raikou?
Ooh.
All right.
I didn't even notice the Flabébés down there.
Yeah, the Flabébés are cute. This is a cute one. Helioptile is not looking... Well, Helioptile is looking at the most important thing in the screen. I can't blame them.
He's looking at Raikou.
Yeah, I can't blame them.
Someday I'll be that big and cool.
It's giving...
Oh, that's Darumaka. Okay.
This one's kind of boring, I gotta be honest. Like, Raikou's cool. I mess with Raikou, and there's nothing actually wrong with the fireworks, I guess.
I will say, we're kind of doing the same thing again. You know, I know it's hard to not do fireworks, but as we're gonna see in a later screen, you could still do fireworks and have like an interesting other.
Also, the way the trainer and Growlithe are like looking like this, like if they had them a little more looking at the fireworks, I think I'd be more like.
Yeah, the posing on this is a little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Even though, like, visually, the lighting is
overall
nice.
like not.
I don't want to give that one an F.
I don't think it's not as
D works
maybe
with it. Like seems par with the last one.
I don't know because it's jank and also boring. What are you thinking, Gabe? You think C? You think that needs to be next to the?
Well, no, I wanted to put it up next to this other firework one because I was like, no, that one's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is useful to see them small too, because I feel like that really solidifies like. Yeah, this doesn't have like an interesting silhouette.
Yeah, you're essentially working with like a thumbnail when you have them small, where it's like what from the thumbnail is like.
Yeah, like there's no shape to this one as much as there are every other ones.
Yeah, there's like nothing sticks out to you.
Oh, you put it in F?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I'm sorry, because like the Raikou.
No, I originally said it could be an F. This one, I remember this one with the Alolan Executor front and center.
Alolan Executor gets another feature in a loading screen.
I messed
with this. Guess who's on top?
I like this one. I'm an Alolan bias, though. That's my issue.
So
an extreme Alolan bias. So
I'm biased.
You're biased.
I like it. I don't think I'd give it an S. I remember being excited for the screen, but first of all, what are they sitting on?
Is there
no Growlithe?
Oh, you see it? You see it up there.
I'm sorry, Kevin. He's down.
Where's
below.
Litten at?
Oh, that's
in the middle of water. Well, at least he's having the correct reaction to being near water, so I'll give them points for that.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're sitting on. Like, what are the orange rocks?
They're rocks. They're just
but why
tropical,
are they,
tropical rocks.
If those were not awkward, I think I could give this a higher score. I'd say like.
Those are there.
I think the actual picture though, like with the Alolan Executor in the middle, and also I remember this because obviously Kevin dropped. I'd say like A or B.
Kevin. Yeah,
right, let's look at what we have in A and B. So. Is it as good as the other Executor shot? You know, I think I like the other one more. So I'm maybe even going to give this a B.
Yeah, I think I could mess with
like
a B.
That works.
I think A is a lot of really stylized ones.
We have the
like I'm looking at them all, and like those are all really.
And again, I'm going to take points off for like being a little bit overly washed out. Like I like having a little more contrast in an image.
A already did that kind of like theming,
better,
but like
literally better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
loses points for not being fully original.
This one.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Who is this?
This is a nice one.
Oh, I remember.
This was Shaman.
Yeah, we're very close to present now.
This is like yesterday.
I messed with this one.
This one's
I'm so tired of Snorlax being in everything. I know he's like
they're just
one of
lined
the mascots.
up.
Yeah, it's a nice image. The trees don't really make sense, to be honest. Like, why is there... really low trees next to a bunch of cliffs, but also no trees on top of the cliffs. Also, why is Chikorita on a cliff?
What? Don't. You're asking too many questions.
The Pokemon look good.
Hold on. What
yeah,
is?
But why are they just in a line? Like that's boring. Like, what do you told all the Pokemon? Like, hey,
well,
stand
they're
in the
walking,
line, and they
so
all did.
it makes sense.
Oh, that's. I was trying to figure out what this
Pokemon.
was here. That's his tail, I guess.
Yeah.
This little circle. Okay.
Not the best. Not the worst, but definitely not good.
Okay.
See?
Yeah,
not
the fact
not
that
F.
most of the Pokemon
F.
are just shoved into the middle of the frame is a little weird.
Yeah.
But I like the coloring on it. The flowers look nice.
I could go with C.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that feels right. I mean,
I think we're keeping it pretty. We're literally keeping it so even. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've been noticing that we're not really skewing it. This seems like an actual good tier list.
Yeah, we're pretty good at this.
This is another real one. We're professionals. We play this game.
Oh, what happened here?
Oh, they added a single wormhole.
With the Oscar wormhole. Okay, so that's S tier.
Okay,
I
Season
love
of Light.
This one S tier. This
is a good one.
It's really good, and it feels dumb
contest.
because we have taken points off for basically doing the same thing again.
But they do it good.
This always looks cool.
But
and also,
like you can do the same thing.
I remember this one dropping, and everybody was
yeah.
trying to make sense of the constellations in the sky. Like I remember people like tracing outlines in the stars and be like, "Oh my god, this is like such a hint."
And Guzzlord's such a good Pokemon that's not going to get featured on a lot of loading screens. So it's like nice to see that.
They did like, really good with the bats too. Like I gotta give anytime they do Pokemon
Gen 7 has a lot of
like
Ultra Beasts are such a good Halloween Pokemon, so it's like thank you for taking advantage of that.
We're looking at S tier for this.
S.
Okay.
Honestly, I say so.
Yeah, I think looking at it next to the other S tiers, I think it matches essentially what we have. Like
I would say that rivals like the at-home one.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. There's nothing in S tier that I'm second guessing at this point.
Yeah, like looking like essentially all of them look like essentially the same.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, yeah, no, this one has a lot of stuff going on and in the right way.
All right, next, Winter 2022. Controversial winter background. Number 4.
Why is it controversial? This one's mid.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I mean. Like all these winter ones are like mostly not good.
You cannot go from peak to this.
So like, firstly, they didn't do the lights
the Snorlax.
Good on P-Dove. P-Dove is right up next to those lights, and not a single like. They did really bad with the shading on P-Dove.
Yeah, that's weird. He doesn't even have the same like temperature.
Yeah,
it's like the light, the highlight on. If you zoom into that.
Also, the lights on the building look really. Yeah. It literally looks like they took the glow tool in like an art program and just put a dot.
Yeah, this building and this building should not be the same level of blurriness. Like this is way farther away. That should be much more blur. If this was like actual camera.
What is wrong with Eevee?
Oh no.
What is going on?
That Eevee's literally
Whoa.
That Eevee is made out of like a toilet paper roll.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's
F-tier.
weird.
Oh my god, the most F tier we might have had so far. Maybe beating Gengar. That Eevee is bad.
It's boring. So like I'm not gonna
Eevee
argue.
Doesn't even look
like
alive.
Like it's not. No, it looks plastic.
Like, where's her ribs?
The more you look at this, the more there is wrong with it.
This one's bad.
Even what's our guy here? Snowrun. Looks his shading's a little goofy too.
Also, the snowman head just looks so much like a plastic ball when they're putting it on an actual. Like the actual snowman looks like snow, and the one that the trainer is holding just looks like a plastic ball.
Yeah, it's kind of not great.
This is an F from me.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
That Eevee literally made it S tier instantaneously.
The Eevee is many points off, but I will say the background's really not great. The blurry inaccuracy bothers me. Mythical Wishes. I got sick of seeing this one.
Really?
I feel like this was
one.
I feel like this was in the game for like 4 months or something.
This was.
Well, doesn't it have the timeline? Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't it have it?
3 months.
I got sick of looking at it, but undeniably, like, it's pretty good. But Beartick again.
I know why. Like,
yeah, why do they like Beartick?
It's a good one though.
It is good. Like the color, it has the contrast that I like. It's got good. I like the layered gradient of these clouds. Like it all looks nice, but
I don't think we can take points off.
I want to give this one a B.
Yeah, maybe that's not fair, but that's just how I feel. That's my impulse.
I will say I'm right now looking at it like, man, I do not want
I remember when it dropped though. When it dropped though, I did like really enjoy it.
Yeah.
What
so,
could they have put instead of Beartick? I feel like there would have been something so much
Ursa
better
ring.
to feature.
It's literally holding a teddy Ursa.
God's Lord.
Yeah.
And
they
like,
just liked his bush.
When did we get?
Wanted to have that bushy tail.
That.
Yeah, they need to get his bush out of there. He's too bushy.
Oh,
I'd be willing, because just for the length of time, I'd be willing to give this one like a B. But it's a pretty good lock screen.
I would say B,
that fits alongside like
because I don't think it
matches
like the uselessness of the ones that we have in C tier, where it's like, why there's so much going on and none of it makes sense. So I think Beartick at least gets
that.
I
feel good about that.
Could have gotten higher if it wasn't around for so long.
Rising Heroes, and we're back to washed out backgrounds.
This is not good looking.
I really don't.
This looks mid.
Bad.
Who's on the end? So I see Growl. What's the thing next to it?
Shinotic.
Meloetta. Yeah, Meloetta. This looks weird. I don't like this because it's that sun right at the camera that just
the
makes
trainer
it
doesn't look like an actual human too. Yeah, I said it twice and he didn't understand me, so I don't know if I was roboting out or...
I don't know the name of that Pokemon.
Shinotic! I can't wait to watch this back, and I've literally said that like 5 times. And I can't tell if I'm lagging and you guys can't understand me, or if you guys just aren't listening to me.
Okay. Well, you were lagging, because I was thinking, then I was like, I heard Tick, and I was thinking Milotic.
First time we've had Dragonite in a background? I think it is. I'm looking at the...
Probably
Dragonite in at some point.
Maybe.
Maybe. Did it take this long to get Dragon? Yeah. We had Dragonair in the
this one just feels flat, and it's washed out, and like the detail on the flowers up front looked like it was kind of rushed. I don't
this
like...
one's extremely... Also, the trainer has like... It doesn't look human. It looks like a posed figurine.
I'm down with F, because honestly, it's recent too. I don't think it so it's
necessarily fights against the stuff that we have in F, though.
Maybe it doesn't have as many errors.
Put it next to the... I don't know, when we put it next to the fireworks, maybe it is F. No, I think it might be... I don't know, I'm torn. Because, like, it feels better in...
D is okay,
D has jank Willow, jank, like... booty cheeks on ladder. Abyss Beartick.
I forgot about that. It's been so long.
This one's giving Abyss, like the Ho-Oh in the other one. Like put it next to the one where the guy's like looking out at the sun, and like they kind of just like look like the same thing, just at a different variation.
Hidden Gems. Weird pose on the trainer here. I think.
Yeah. What?
Little goofy posing. It's like, is he leaning or is he mid-climb?
Is he climbing up? Is he...
Yeah, he's climbing up, it looks like, but that's not like, what is he climbing? Like,
and it's just like a weird like blob.
Terrible. Why is he running ahead of you with your map? Unless he's like an enemy one?
So this is them teasing routes, right?
No, this was Go West. Yeah.
This is Diane.
Because the map with New York City.
Oh.
And see the gems.
Yeah, okay. This just feels like low quality.
Though.
Like even Axew looks like he's not drawn well. Like,
yeah,
it's a little janky.
And none of these Pokemon like scream like that Go
they
Fest
stuck a
to
map
me
on
either.
Riolu
like Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl doesn't have a satchel. He's also just staring at this cliff like he's gonna fly right into it. Like there's no connection between like the posing in those two.
All the Pokemon are just staring at
the
trainer.
Well, what is the trainer even like? What is Squirtle and Trainer and the other one looking at? Like the Riolu and the Axew?
I think they're just staring at Riolu.
Then why is he looking off to the side?
He said something weird. And
this one's bad.
Yeah, I don't like this one.
He leaks the Go Fest.
This one also has like a bad silhouette when it's small. Yeah. Like it's just, it's not a good design. But is it F tier? I don't know.
I think it might be F tier with how bad the posing is. Yeah,
I would say F tier.
Yeah, I'm looking at D tier, and I think at least like, the compositions of stuff in D tier are better than what. I think this is just a bad composition.
Like the last image was better than that.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, we're down to our last 3. Is that real? Ooh.
All right, final 3. These ones better be never before seen.
That we have some best tier ones.
Okay. This is a cute one. I gotta be honest, it's cute.
This is a good background,
this
and it's not just
really
because we have a bug right there.
No, everything about this one is like good. Like
they managed to fit a lot of Pokemon in here, and it doesn't feel cluttered. Like the sense of space.
Yeah,
I could give this one an S. This one could get an S.
This
for me.
could be S.
Because Arcanine, Magikarp, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. For like, and it
everything about it, like the angles, the Pokemon, like the stylization of it. Yeah. This is phenomenal. Like just the birds up there with that, like S tier. I'm saying S tier. Cool.
They could have brought this back for like the new seas, like the new biomes and stuff, and I wouldn't even like. This looks like the biome update stuff.
Yeah, it kind of does. All right,
this is nice.
S tier, easy.
Easy S tier.
That's just like.
Yeah, they're not all bad.
Good feeling one.
Niantic, you did something good.
Okay.
Look at how even this tier list is. Can we genuinely like appreciate that? That's crazy.
I know that's kind of crazy.
Timeless Travels.
This one I like because I like Dragon.
Oh wait, well, there's 2 versions of this. By the way.
I just saw it for how long?
So.
Oh, with the fireworks. So I like it more with the fireworks because Drampa just looks like I like Drampa, but he looks like he's got way too much space above him in the first one.
He does kind of look like he's just stuck in there. Like
he's flying in to level the house because someone bullied the kid inside of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't notice. I didn't notice the babies turn around when the fireworks start.
Peak S tier.
I mean, this is a pretty good one.
That's no peak.
Yeah.
I like the Hisuian
I don't think I have
Pokemon.
A complaint.
I mean,
yeah, my only complaint is just Drampa's like position in it. Although
for the first image, Drampa flying kind of looks weird. The second image, it looks.
The second image looks really good, to be honest.
Because he is kind of like the Chinese.
I don't think this is not like an immediate S tier for me or anything, but I could give this a A or a B. Well, maybe a B. I don't know.
I would give the one with the fireworks an A. I would give the one without the fireworks a B.
A. Yeah,
I think it should be S tier.
Exactly what I would say.
What do I know?
We'll do A.
I'm just saying. I think it should be S tier for no apparent reason.
Oh, did I actually show? I think I forgot to switch the thing. There it is. There it is in S tier. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. World of
Strong
Wonders.
Opinions on this one.
Man, this one looks really familiar.
World of Wonders.
Trash. F tier.
Not bad, but there's not an aspect about it that I'm looking at it and going, wow.
Yeah.
I might look back on it with better memories, but right now it's like the Poipole stuff is super nothing. Like they gave us one Poipole and they made us pay $10 for another.
Yeah.
Like
also, why Turtwig? Why Vileplume? Like I know this is bugs, but like why Venusaur? Like I know they're flowers.
How many? How many of these have the Gen 4 starters been in?
Probably a lot.
That's also something I've been noticing because they've been in like all of them. Like they love Gen 4 starters.
I feel like Gen 4 starters sell really well. Like mascot wise, I think they do really well.
They also something I just noticed about this that's making this rank very low for me suddenly is realizing that I don't think any of these were drawn. The Pokemon were not drawn. These are all just the models like posed. Like that's the exact model. Like look how the shading on the Flabebe doesn't even match. It's like they're using the in-game lighting on the Flabebe flower. Meanwhile, like everything else was, and yeah, like this feels lazy.
It's nice.
It's
cute,
not,
but
like,
it's like
best.
It's giving the sense of the Ho-Oh Abyss,
but
where it's like, why?
Yeah. I would rank the background highly, but the actual like Pokemon distribution and the way that they look and the fact that they didn't actually draw them on, it's like
I don't think it's bad enough to be an F tier, but I'd give it a D.
No.
I would give it a C just so everything's really balanced.
Oh, man.
You know, that's not even me saying it, but I feel like it actually can, because putting it next to the Snorlax one with the line and like the others, it's kind of giving the same.
Oops.
Like, honestly, more so than putting it next to the Void. Yeah, actually, it might be C.
Okay.
Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, go C, because then it also balances it all out. That's great.
We have to be objective. We can't just lean into the format, but also that is pretty cool.
No, but it's C. Like, it is a C. I would see it.
So now I wish I had the data on like which years were from which, like how.
I think we got one from like, I think we only skipped like 2018, 2017. Because the first one is...
Well, because they just did fireworks. They didn't have a number.
Meloetta was like 2020. Yeah, I think we pulled from like a lot of years, to be honest. I think we only skipped like one or two for S tier.
Yeah.
So they've really had varying quality over the years. Like,
there hasn't been like, there's been dips, but they like don't stay down. Like, it goes back and forth.
Yeah, there's some good art produced. The state of the game is pretty similar. that also dips quite a bit.